there everybody, this is Jo from Creative Empowerment. Welcome to my channel if you're new here. Thanks to all those people who are regulars. I appreciate you watching, liking, sharing, all those things. Today's reading is a pick a card reading all about manifestations. What are you manifesting in your life right now? All the piles are very different. I did previously film an intro and I'm doing one at the end. I'm not sure why, but Spirit told me to do it. So we have 4 piles here that are all very different. You may pick 1 or 2. I don't think that anyone would want to pick more than that, but that's up to you. I will put some crystals on these now. So the crystals are now on there, and if it helps make your choices, I'll bring them up a little bit closer. Now this is a broken crystal bracelet of black, pink, green tourmaline. So I do open it up in the reading, which I have just filmed. So if this one is calling you, then that pile 1. Pile 2 is a beautiful pink quartz tower. And if that is calling you, then pile 2 timestamp will be yours. Pile 3, beautiful cluster of amethyst. And if that is calling you, then your timestamp is in the description box below. And pile 4, which is a piece of selenite, beautiful, strong selenite. This is a group reading, so everything that you see or hear, you need to, just filter everything with that. If you'd like a private reading, there is a link in the description box below. Please follow me on Facebook and don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. I will see you in your reading. Hi there, pile number 1. If you chose this little bag that has some crystal beads in it, then this is your reading. And it's black tourmaline, pink tourmaline, and green tourmaline, just in case you want to know. Okay, and they're telling me that I need to take it out and show you, so I will. So there are the bracelet. That's the bracelet there that has got some beads that are, green tourmaline, pink tourmaline, and black tourmaline. So it might be important for you to know the type of bracelet that is, or crystals that are in here. And I feel like it is important for a lot of you, but it won't be for everybody. Obviously, this is a group reading. It doesn't want to go back in there now. That's super interesting to me. Very, very interesting. Maybe it's ready to come out and be a bracelet again, which I'm getting yes. Okay, thank you. Okay, so this card here, we have the only reversed card in these. They were all the right way up. We have Midas or Miser. And the shadow aspect of this card, interesting, it's all about green, which is the color of abundance, money. And it's all about hoarding money and emotions, obsessive fear of losing your wealth. Now, Midas had the Midas touch, so everything that Midas touched turned to gold. Now, this is a manifestation reading, so it's all about manifestations in your life. So I feel like you are blocking your own ability to manifest in your life. Now, the thing that you chose was a broken bracelet. Now, when a crystal bracelet breaks, there's a reason for it, which I'm still figuring out with this particular one, which is why it's still in a bag. But it's obviously getting ready to come out. Now the reason why I'm explaining that to you is because that's important for you too. So I want you to know that whatever you're working on at the moment, whatever this is that's showing up, that this miser or that the reverse of the Midas touch, which is all about your creative ability to access abundance, at the moment it's in the reverse position, but there's a change happening. So let's have a look at your next cards. Actually, they want to go on the same. They want to go up. Okay, so we're ending out a cycle for you. And sometimes when I see this card, it's a bit silly, but it's like a double cycle. So it's like I want you to know that it's double, 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 double. So it's super, super important what you're going through at the moment. This could be a rebirth around finances or abundance, manifestations. I feel like we have the Leo, or this sort of Leo, Sagittarius, and other fire, Scorpio energy here. I'm not someone who attributes that unless it's really calling out. But it feels Leo-ish to me, this King of Wands in the reverse. So I feel like you're someone who, when the sun shines on you, you are happy and joyous. But if the shit hits the fan, excuse the language, then if that happens, then it's like you dip and you really dive, and it feels almost like polarities, like extreme ups and extreme downs. And this judgment here, I feel like you're being asked to realize that this is not doing you any service at all in your life. Pluto is, in this card, it's a destructive element, but it destructs things that need to come to a head, So it could be that you're being very challenged at the moment. You may be out of work, or an income stream may have dried up, like all that sort of stuff, or it may be looking like it's going to dry up for you. There feels like that you're facing a big challenge here around money, finances, career, all that sort of area of your life, and it feels pretty crap. But the good thing about this, now you may not like me saying the good thing about this, but the reason it's happening for you is so you can reconstruct it, so that it can be built on safer, firmer ground. Now, safer feels extremely important to you, because if you had something that you thought was safe, if you thought your job was safe, if you thought X was safe, some investments, whatever this is, you thought it was safe and it wasn't. So it is about you really looking internally about what's important for you around it feels very careerish, career, finances, that sort of stuff, and it's understanding that when you're in the sun, it's great, but when you're in the shade or the dark or the moon, if you feel like crap, then there's an imbalance within you. And this imbalance that is showing up on the outside of you is really what this is about. Now, I know it may sound like I'm talking in circles, so you might need to go back and listen to that, because I'm channeling what I'm getting told to channel. So the information is coming straight to you. I'm not going to explain it. You need to listen to it again if that doesn't make sense to you, because it's a message for you. The next card is what you need to know. I draw love and romance into my life, and I accept it now. I am safe. Here goes that safe word again. In all my relationships, and I give and receive lots of love. So I'm going to place this under here, because this is what this is about. Now, this is showing up for you not in relationship, and relationship talks about everything in your life, whether it's money, whether it's a person, whether it's your job, whatever it is, they're all relationships. It's how you work with them. And my energy, like I'm flicking my hands, I'm flick. So this is like, I don't know whether you're at the end of it and you're just getting the last of it gone, or whether you're seeing this for the first time. And I feel like there could be a lot of you that are in that boat, that it's like you're seeing it's already broken or it's breaking down, but you're now starting to see why it's breaking down for you. And my body's calming down now. Like, it doesn't feel great, but my body is definitely calming down because I'm understanding now. I am safe. This is actually your mantra for you, pile number 1. I am safe. This is your message. I draw love and romance into my life. Now, this I'm feeling like a magnet, and I accept it now. So you're a magnet for the things that you believe about yourself. If you don't believe you're safe in your world, then that's what you're drawing to you. This is the Judgment. This is the King of Wands. They're showing you where you haven't felt safe in your life. It's showing up for you. It is being called to your attention. This is what is challenging you. Great and full. You do not believe that you can have those things. You do not believe that you're worthy of those things. You believe they can be taken off you because you are not safe. Things are not safe. You are not safe. Whatever it is that you're looking at, there's a lot of fear here, and fear attracts more fear. I know that because I spent so much of my life being in fear. So I am a reformed fearaholic. So I really understand that feeling. But for me, this is you looking at how other people can take stuff off you. And that's a belief. That's a belief that it's time to let go of. And I said it before, and I said this is a double ending, a double completion, because Pluto is such a strong energy. It's a disruptive, it's a death energy. And the judgment is basically, you're looking, or your higher self or your guides or whoever you might feel that this is connected to. It's not a punishment. Don't see this as a punishment. This is them showing you something so that you understand it, so that you can move beyond it. And I don't feel like this has been your whole life. I feel like this is a new thing for you, which is why it's extremely challenging. You may have been someone who things showed up for you quite easily. You didn't have any problems manifesting things. You had an easy ride is how I'm kind of getting the message here. And you won't all have been that way because this is a group reading. But compared to some other people, things went easily for you. And this feels almost like your first challenge, or your first really big challenge. And it feels very much about the self. The Leo is all about the self. You're being challenged to see things differently. And it's a big challenge, don't get me wrong. It's a very big challenge for you. We have willpower, we have prosperity, and we have career. So I did say before, it feels very career-based. I feel like this willpower, this is questioning you. How much strength do you feel like you have inside? Do you have the ability to look at yourself honestly in the mirror? And I feel like this King of Wands up here, at the moment it says no to me, but I do feel like you have it within you. You just haven't had to access it before. You haven't had to really plumb the depths of what this is showing up for you in your life, this questioning of, am I safe in my world? There is a big change coming for you around prosperity and career. This feels like the lightening up of this energy. This is the next steps for you. But I do feel like you're learning a lot. So this ladder is going up this tree, and trees are all about knowledge, connection to the ancients, connecting to more ancient wisdom than we can access here. The prosperity image is really getting that divine flow flowing. So this feels like for you, pile one, that you have been challenged around your job, your career, your work, your investments, whatever that is. It's very much money for you for this pile. Some of the other piles are very different. And this is about an internal change happening that will change and reflect on the external. Now, for some of you, this is already happening. For others of you, it may be something that you can see on the distance and you're really not happy with it. It's something that you don't want to be confronted with. So it's causing a lot of conflict. There are ways we can work with things if it hasn't happened for you, but it is on the horizon. You can work with it before it presents to you. But this is a big, big thing in your life. It's like the polarities feel like they're coming to more of an equilibrium in your life, which I feel is really quite nice for you. That more of a balanced sort of thing. There's a restriction, but it brings in balance, and that's kind of summing up the energy of this pile. Restriction that brings in balance in your life. And the thing about this is, now this is a group reading, so it won't be for everybody, but it feels like you bring in more abundance and more prosperity because you're actually going to become more of a friend to yourself when it comes to manifesting, because you're going to really realize that it's what's happening within you that creates the external and not the other way around. And I think that this is quite a bit of a shake up for you, a bit of a change. Well, the Judgment card is not just a bit of anything, it is a big, big. If you would like a private reading, please use the link in the description box below, and please follow me on Facebook. Hope to see you again in the future. Bye for now. Hi there, pile 2. If you chose the pink quartz tower, this is your reading today. And you only have one of these cards to begin us off, and it is Child Eternal. And it's all about a determination to remain young in body, mind, and spirit, ability to see things with fresh eyes. And this feels almost like the Sun card in the tarot, where you're reminding yourself, you're manifesting some of your childhood dreams. You're really reconnecting and attuning yourself into that higher vibration of what a child feels like, so that you can remain that eternal child. This could be in the form of looking after your physical health. This could be looking after your mental health, by doing journaling or drawing or painting or, some sort of craft activity. This could be with spiritual work, or this could be that you work with children and it brings this childlike aspect into your life. So there's quite a few different areas that it could be, and obviously this is a group reading. So, if that doesn't relate, then perhaps this is not the pile for you. So we have the 10 of Pentacles here, which I absolutely love. And in this particular tarot deck, the Crow Tarot, this card makes me think of different things. This feels like your life is enriched, and so you're manifesting the life of your dreams. You're manifesting the things that you really, really want in your life, because it doesn't feel like you want just one thing. You feel like a child, because, when we're a child, we have childlike energy, and that childlike energy allows us to see the wonder in so many different things. But we have big dreams for our lives when we're children. Well, not everybody, but, I know as a child I did, of the things that would bring me happiness, like a happy family, a nice home, work that I enjoy doing, learning, doing art, all the things that I actually find in my life at the moment. So I love that I can say that while I'm looking at this card. This is a 10, which is also, this is an ending of a cycle, or it feels to me more a completion of a cycle for you, because I feel like you're actually connecting with the pure spirit of joy within you. Now, it doesn't mean that you're not challenged by that some days, but I really feel like your focus and your awareness is much more on what brings you joy. And I feel like if none of those things applied that I said earlier, that it's purely this idea of joy, that you can have all the things that you want in your life, and that they bring you joy, very much love-based. It's a really simple energy that I feel with this pile too. It's not super complicated, and you have the least amount of cards. It doesn't mean I won't be pulling some more if that's how it feels, but this feels really quite simple, this energy. Doesn't mean it is. I am in the process of making positive changes in all areas of my life. Well, that's perfect. It's exactly what I said. This is what you need to know about manifesting in your life. I have the strength to remain calm in the face of change. Now, I did say it feels like you're ending a cycle or completing one. Completing is definitely the thing here. Now, this feels to me like you are someone who is just you feel like you're someone who is on a spiritual journey, and it's like you have not attained the highest levels, but you are beginning to understand that life is much more simpler than you thought it was. It's simple but more rewarding when you focus on the simple things. I hope I'm not simplifying it too much, because I don't mean to, because it's really, really important, because you're understanding that with manifestations, for example, you are in the process of making positive changes in all areas of your life, not just one. You are, and this, it feels like you're doing this easily, and I keep talking about simple and easy, so that it's quite interesting to me, the language that I use. Now, this is around the challenge, because I feel like, we have the land between. So at the moment, when I'm saying that this feels easy, you may not be really experiencing the ease yet, but you will. You may be coming from the old temporarily up here, and it's almost a place of a no man's land, because before you may have thought life was about this, attaining something, and that was going to bring you like riches or, whatever, wealth, success, whatever that was for you. it was about attaining those things, and that was going to bring you the thing that you wanted. That was going to bring you the happiness, the joy. But this is showing me that it's a little bit different from that, because what you thought it was going to be, what you thought joy, success, and an abundant life was all about, was sort of missing something. And the missing something, it's not that you have been missing spirit, because I feel like you're someone who's been on a spiritual journey for some time. But what I'm getting here is it's like you just missed a piece of the puzzle. And it's so temporarily you're on this in-between land, this no man's land. Because it's like you have to redefine where you're going. And I love that. I actually really love that, because instead of this, straight path that you knew everything, this is just, I've got to start saying the word just. This is you redefining where you're going. And it may not feel as great as I'm feeling it, but I do feel like this is a great space for you to be in, because there's a lot of new possibilities coming in for you that you are not seeing. And it feels almost like magic, and I don't really understand why I'm being given that impression, but I do feel like that is the word I'm to use. The other thing about this being a 40 is that it's about building new stuff in your life, and I love that, because this is all about, it's under construction, and that is exactly where you are right now. And yeah, it may feel challenging for you, because you are redefining where you're going, and that doesn't always feel great, because if we have a plan and we think we're moving towards it, then for it to change can feel challenging. The next card is about next steps, or the focus, going forward, and we have commitment. So again, here it is. This is a connection with spirit, and turning it into the thing that you want it to be. So it feels very much like co-creating, and really understanding that you're in this with spirit. You're not on your own, which I really feel like you get, but maybe sometimes, you doubt. That's sort of the idea that I'm getting with that card. But it's understanding that your part of the commitment is just as important as spirit's part. And the other message that I'm getting here with this card is that you really need to be fully committed into it. You know what I mean? Like, you can't half-heartedly go at this, manifesting this life of your dreams. Now, I was just shuffling another card here, and this is very much exactly what I was talking about here. This is not seeing the gifts that are coming, not seeing. And I've been talking about this as simple energy. It's simple, but it's not simple. It's simple in a groundbreaking way, like the land between. The Four of Cups here is talking about you not seeing something as the gift that it is. See the beautiful wonder that is in this cup that is being offered to you. And you may feel like it's too simple, because I have been using that terminology a lot. So don't think that what's happening in your life, because it may not look as bright and shiny as others, that it's not important, that you're not working through some really big stuff, because you are. And you're also being offered stuff that seems so simple. Don't think that because it's simple that it's not valuable. And that's a pretty heavy message for you, actually. Now, some extra messages for you, and it's around this idea of the Four of Cups. So we have the Three of Wands. So I feel like you might have been waiting for something to come into your life for some time, and I feel like there's been a delay. We've got the Knight of Pentacles here. So it feels like I've been talking about simplistic energy. I've been talking about light energy, lots of childhood sort of stuff. Perhaps you're working on transforming things in your life in a certain way, because I'm getting this feeling of butterfly energy, which is always about transformation. And perhaps you're stuck, a little bit stuck, and you're not seeing the positive changes that are coming in your life. you've planned for them. I believe you have done quite a lot of planning for them. There may be some more planning that needs to be done, maybe a review of some things, because like I said, what you thought was happening is changing a bit. So you may need to review your plans and have a look at them and see if they're still relevant for you. See if they're still hitting the right mark for you, is what I want to say. There does feel like there's been a delay in some of the things that you've been planning, but don't get into this mindset here. See the wonder of life, because this is who you are. This wonderful childlike, eternal child, where you actually do see the wonder in things. And I feel really emotional talking about that. So don't let some outside circumstances, make you disvalue, which is not even a word, make you reassess the things that you thought that were coming to you, because there are still things coming. You're in this holding pattern at the moment. You aren't seeing, you're not seeing the results of your actions, but the delay is there on purpose. There's something that's being worked out for you, which, this is a group reading, so that's not necessarily going to come to me. Your level of commitment needs to be equal to spirit, and here it doesn't feel like it is. And perhaps that's where this delay is coming in for you. There's a super interesting message, and one that changed as we went along. Thank you for being here. Thanks for watching. If you would like a private reading, there is a link in the description box below. And please follow me on Facebook. Hope to see you soon. Bye for now. Hi there, pile 3. If you chose the beautiful amethyst cluster, then this is your reading today, all about what you're manifesting. Or it's actually not your manifesting, it's manifestations. So we have 2 cards to start us off here. And we have Mediator and Knight. And Mediator is talking about your ability to work with others. And I feel that's a very, very strong thing for you. And it may be that this is something that you're manifesting in your career, and it could even be your home or your family. But you are someone, you feel like you're a light warrior, like that you are somebody who, almost like you manifest situations into your life so that you can help others heal. The Knight here is about loyalty, what does it say? Romance and chivalry and a love of honor. And I feel like you're a light warrior. That's how I want to talk about you, pile 3. And your manifestations are your life. You're working on bringing a higher dimension, a higher vibration to all of your relationships. I do feel like for a lot of you, and obviously this is a group reading, so it's not going to be everybody, but I do feel like for a lot of you there is a career here. You are, if you're not currently studying in this career, or if you're not currently working in this career, because my mouth is tripping over itself. So I feel like you are not aware, or you don't know your own gift here when it comes to this. And this is manifestations. This is in your life already. You may be unaware of it. And I think some of you are thinking that this is boring, and when you may have clicked onto this and you may be thinking, oh, I wanted to see, castles or houses or money or whatever. We're not all here, for those bright lights. But that doesn't mean that you won't achieve bright lights. But sometimes we need to know what we're really gifted at and what we're going to bring to others. Because when we get our place in the world, then we're able to manifest many, many things into our lives. But we're also there and able to support others. And I feel like you are very much a supporter of others. So let's bring in your other cards and have a look what else we have for you. So we have the Wheel of Fortune. Interesting. And I actually place those there like that. So we have the Wheel of Fortune, which is a 10. So we're coming up. You're completing a cycle in your life. Now, I did ask, I did say whether you're studying or whether you're working. And it feels like almost like that. Like some of you that are watching this, you may have been doing a course where you're learning to mediate, counselling, all those sorts of helping professions, nursing, teaching, whatever. And you may be coming to the end of it. I feel like almost you may be a little bit disillusioned with systems that you may be going into as well. The Five of Pentacles, it's half this. So it feels almost like, and this is a strong message here for you, is that, you know, you are this light warrior, but you may be starting to doubt some of the institutions or the way that this thing has been working, this career that you're going into, or whether this is with your family or friends. Because the institutions could be family, could be church, you know, whatever it is for you. This is a group reading. I cannot mention every single ideation of how it will show up for you. But this is you doubting. This is you doubting, you know, your ability to stay loyal to, you know, whatever it is that this institution is for you. And it's like it's almost like it's cut in half, because you are very good at this. You are exceptional at this. I shouldn't say you're very good at this. You are exceptional at this. You are manifesting a life where this is one of the most important things for you, and it's a very spiritual life that you are working through, pile 3. But it's like you're leveling up. So you may have been somebody who went, I know what I'm going to do. Or you may have been someone who stumbled across this, that there's two feelings here. But the thing that you need to know is that however you found this ability to help others by being a light worker, or light warrior is how I want to see you. Whatever it is that you're learning or doubting at the moment, you're meant to doubt it. You're not meant to continue on the way it has been done before. You're meant to learn the tools of the trade, but then you're meant to break down some of these institutions that are not working, whatever that is for you. So that was our expansion on manifestation, or manifesting in your life. Now this is what you need to know. And this is a message. So the key to creativity is knowing that my thinking creates my experience. I use this key in every area of my life. Now these cards have two sides. I am a clear thinker and I express myself with ease. Now this message here, I'm going to put it this way, but I feel like you're a little bit disillusioned at the moment. You need to know that the disillusionment is on purpose. Spirit has not said to you, because I feel almost like you're in a little bit of a bind here, you know, that you went into this helping profession and now you're going, I don't know if this is right for me, because I feel like I'm getting tied in knots, and I didn't feel like that's how it's supposed to be. I thought, if I'm naturally gifted at this thing, then my manifestation of this job, career, or part of my life, then perhaps there's something wrong. And there's not. The Knight is a warrior. You are not meant to lay down and keep things as they are or as they were, but you are also to see that the way you think things are is creating some form of your reality. Again, this is this wheel of fortune. You are leveling up in levels of creativity, and what that means is that on a spiritual plane, you are going above and beyond where you've been before. Now, I know I'm going all over the place here, but I'm just being directly channeling what I'm getting. So if this doesn't relate to you, then I'm sorry, but this is what I'm getting. I am a clear thinker. I express myself with ease. I feel like you've also got challenges around your expression here. Now, if you have picked a caring profession or a counselling profession or something like that, I feel like there's an area of being stifled around the throat. There is a feeling of being constricted. Now, all of these things, however they show up and add up in whatever is manifesting in your life, then, or your manifestations, should I say, then it's up for you to read this into your particular circumstance, and not for me to spell it out for you. Because this is a group reading, I can't go into great detail. Now, this next card here for you is what is challenging you. And I feel like this message is kind of what I've been giving you already, which is that it doesn't seem to be bearing the fruit that you thought it was going to. And I love this colour for you. You've picked, you've got, they don't look the same here, but in my head, I'm getting this connection of the soft pinks and the, it's very much that healing kind of thing. And amethyst is a spiritual teacher. What you're manifesting in your life at the moment, you may be confused by, you may be thinking, this is not what I chose. This is not what I thought it was going to be. I thought I was going to help people, and you certainly will. The thing is that there's some structures, there's some belief systems, whatever this is, because it can be all different things. It may even be, for example, you were going to go, you're going to be a counsellor and you were going to go and work in public health, and now you've changed your mind because the public health service is not what you thought it was, and now you're going to go and work in youth services or something like that. So what I'm getting here is that there is confusion here. There is a need to reconsider what you've been manifesting, because the things that you've been shown are not because this is the wrong path that you've chosen. The thing is here that you are meant to change the path as you walk down it. The Wheel of Fortune here is about spinning it, and it's not about going down a path that doesn't feel right for you. This is about bearing fruit and creating the manifestations of your dreams, and you need to change how you think about it to be able to do that, because you have the power, you have the skills, you have the ability, or you're studying to have those. The last card here is next steps or things to focus on. And for you, it's happiness. And I love this card. And we have the butterfly. Now, I thought I saw a butterfly somewhere else, but maybe I was just imagining, oh, there's some in the background of that card there too. So this here for you is to focus on what you truly want. Now, if you're someone who's done manifestation work, then you know that to focus on what you want to bring in, putting everything else aside, is what you need to do. But what this card really feels like, so that's part of this, but what this card really feels like to me is to wrap yourself up in that energy of joy and happiness, which is how you feel when you're doing what you love. And what what you do is work with negotiating with people, with counseling people, with working with people and helping people and supporting them, and being an honorable person in their lives, which I really love, because many people think they're honorable people, but they'll change things to suit themselves, and I don't feel like you do that. I feel like, which is why you're struggling with this, because you're thinking, well, I can't make this suit myself because it doesn't work for me, or it's not gelling with me, or whatever. And so for your happiness, you need to sort of like let everything, throw it all up in the air and see where things land. See what are the important things for you and focus on those things and move towards them. Don't second guess yourself. Do not second guess yourself. This is a time of transformation. The things that you're doubting, they're coming up into your mind because that's what they're supposed to do. The path isn't a straight, narrow path. The path is a windy one, and sometimes we have to take a bit of a U-turn or a bit of a left turn or a right turn to find some other things that will bring us joy and happiness. And they're still in the same realm, but they may be showing up slightly different, and we may be, taken off our course, our original course. So here I'm being drawn back to this before I let you go. The key to creativity is knowing that my thinking creates my experience. I use this key in every area of my life. Some planning. So some planning for you. Planning, sitting there looking at, a pros and cons list. What is it that I really enjoy about this thing that I do? And what is it that I don't? And then, rip the other lot up, the ones that you don't, and focus on the things that you do. I am a clear thinker and I express myself with ease. You are able to get where you want to go, pile number 3. You need to focus on happiness and bringing that in, and less of the what is not bringing me joy at the moment. I hope you've enjoyed this. If you would like a private reading, there is a link in the description box below. Please follow me on Facebook, Creative Empowerment Australia. And thank you for being here. See you soon. Bye for now. Hi there, pile 4. If you chose the selenite stick or rod, then this is your reading. So we have our first 2 cards, and this is what is manifesting in your life. Light attributes are great passion and devotion, unbridled appreciation of someone or something. I love that. Lots of heart energy here. And the next one is femme fatale. Light attributes are highlights the erotic energy of the feminine, opens your heart when your dependency is rejected. So perhaps you are pile 4, perhaps you're someone who is manifesting, a relationship. You're manifesting your heart's desire. And this can be a person, but it also can be situational, because I'm getting a strong situation. So this could be that you have, like it could be a best friend that you're manifesting. It doesn't have to be a romantic relationship, but there will be those people that fits for this reading. But there will also be, you're manifesting a close relationship, a really close-knit relationship. And it feels very much, I suppose the words are best friend is kind of how I want to think about it. But it is about opening your heart up. The Lover card, it's about unbridled appreciation. I love that. It's so flowing, And this card here, the Femme Fatale, feels like someone who, may have been hurt in the past, putting their back to the viewer, but also exposing themselves in a way that sort of says, I'm here, I want to have this relationship, but I am still challenged by rejections from the past or some other, dependency or other issues when it comes to that. And perhaps this is all about self-esteem as well. So this is what you're currently manifesting, or manifestations in your life. So then we have, just checking to see, it looks a bit wonky to me on the screen, but anyway, we have the Page of Wands, which is coming underneath the Lover, and it's in reverse. And I really like that, because it's really telling me that, I was on the right track before, that there is the hurt here from the Femme Fatale. The Page of Wands wants to get involved. The Page of Wands wants to get excited and wants to be passionate and, move forward and do it quickly. However, the hurt from the past is just holding you back a bit. So because this is about manifestations in your life, or manifesting, it's good to know that the way we think about things affect what is manifesting in our lives. However, then we have the Six of Wands. So we have all Wands cards here. So they're all about fire. They're all about love. They're all about passion. And this is definitely very passionate. And the Six of Wands is all about success. So it feels like you are manifesting this friendship success or relationship success. So if you're either currently have someone in your sights, if this is romantic, then this feels like a successful relationship, but it doesn't mean necessarily the person you're thinking about right now. So we really want to, make sure that when we're watching a pick a card reading that we're focused, but that we realize that the things that I'm mentioning doesn't mean it's who you're thinking about, because it could be the next person. So I'm just pointing that out there because, when you're talking about love in pick a card relationships, I tend not to do them because I think, people are very vulnerable when it comes to love and relationships. And I don't want to, I don't want that to be something that I focus on, other people's vulnerabilities. So that's why I'm pointing this out, that this may be about the person that you're thinking about, but it also may be, because we have the Page of Wands in reverse, it could be that, you need to wait a little bit longer. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just pointing these things out because I want you to understand that this is success. This is what you want. You are manifesting what you want. But don't think because, a psychic reader on YouTube told you that this is successful in a group reading, that your life with this person is going to be successful. So I know I'm lecturing you and I really do apologize, but I just really wanted to make that very clear for you, pile 4. So now the next cards for you are what you need to know. And they're sort of advice cards. So let me just check that focus. Enduring. Now this is on its side and I'm finding that interesting. Enduring loving relationships brighten my life. These cards have a back and a front. From time to time, I ask those I love, how can I love you more? Now, I find that really kind of interesting, and that it's on its side. So there's some interesting information that we need to talk about there. The next card for you is, I am loved and accepted exactly as I am, right here and right now. Big, big message for you. I see the world through eyes of... this is a challenge, this card for you. This is a big challenge. The next card is actually the challenge, but I'm feeling the challenge within these words. I see the world through eyes of love and acceptance. All is well in my world. And I feel that that is extremely challenging for you. So you might want to write it down and work with this for a week or so. I am loved and accepted exactly as I am, right here and right now. So there's some challenge here for you around your own ability to feel like you are loved. So this is not about somebody else loving you. This is about you feeling like you deserve the love. Now, this one on its side is because I feel like you don't understand your own place in relationships. Now, this is a manifestation reading, so I don't want to get too much off track, but this is all about relationship for you. From time to time, I ask those I love, how can I love you more? Now, this feels to me more about yourself, relationship with self. You need to sort of ask yourself, how can I love myself more? How can I know that I am loved and accepted exactly as I am, right here and right now? Because this is the shadow part. I know this card is not showing up in the shadow, but it's this rejectedness or this dependency on having somebody love you and feeling like you don't deserve it. There's this feeling here. Now, the great part about this is that this changes for you. But when we have this reversal, when we have this shadow coming in, it's something to look at so that you can manifest what you want to bring into your world. Now, this is the challenge. This is actually the challenge here. And we have Beyond the Ordinary, which is a 9. I love that. And this is a 10, Broken Open. So even though it's in reverse, sometimes I am a reader who reads cards very differently in the sense that, I'm sure there's other readers that do it the same way. But what I'm getting at is the message, because it's reversed, doesn't always mean it's a reversed message. It's showing me the image in a certain way so that I can understand it in that way. So it's, messages from my guides in a certain way. Beyond the Ordinary, this here is talking to you about loving yourself. This is, this whole top row is really about loving the self and changing how you feel about yourself and understanding that you're not like everybody else. You're you. And that's a really important thing to know, because we're all uniquely ourselves and we all bring something unique to every relationship that we have, whether it's a friendship or a romantic partner. The Broken Open with this being reversed to me shows me that around the base chakra you have some blocks there where you don't feel like you deserve, you don't feel like you're really ready to be broken open, to accept that someone could love you so much that they don't care about the things that you see as your own shortfalls, your own shadow aspects, because they love you regardless, or they will love you regardless. So if you're not in that type of relationship, that is coming in for you. But there is some work here to do around this. So the next steps, or the next thing for you to focus on. I love that. So I'm just going to move a couple of things here so you can see all of the cards. So make sure that you can. Move them over a little bit. Okay, so here we have reconciliation. So this could be that you are working on a relationship that that had a blip in it, a moment, or even a separation could be. This has that very much mirrored back to you kind of energy. I was talking about a best friend relationship here. But it's realizing that, when you're ready for a relationship, it's going to be reconciled. And that doesn't mean that it's either an old relationship. So for those watching who are thinking that, it doesn't necessarily mean that. What it does mean, it's like you're reconciled, that the future that you want is coming, and that it's there in front of you, that you believe in this good luck for yourself. And it's almost as if you get so certain that it shows up that you're able to move to what it is that you want. Now that feels really good to me. Now, this could be around you realizing that you believe that you're not lucky. the good luck one here. And it's reconciling these things within the self. Now, these don't feel very much base chakra to me, but I do believe that luck and allowing things to come to you is still all based on the base chakra. So you may want to have a look at that. It could be some movement that helps with that, but you may also just want to have a look at what you think luck is about and who receives luck, how you receive luck, things like that, and your relationship to luck, because this is enduring relationships brighten my life. So if your relationship to luck, or believing that you're a lucky person who gets what they want, who manifests what they want, have a look at that relationship and reconcile it, because it's the thing that's going to bring into your life exactly what you want, and it breaks you open so that you see that you're not this ordinary person. You are uniquely yourself, who is very capable of attracting exactly what you want with the Six of Wands here. This is a really great reading for you, Pile 4, but I also feel that there's some challenges in here for you. Like I said, if you'd like a private reading, there is a link in the description box below. Please follow me on Facebook. Hope to see you in a reading soon. Bye for now.